You're the weirdo. You want to know why?
You say Jesus Christ, and I want to what?
You want to know why you're the weirdo? You want to know why? Because you voted for Joe Biden, a man who showered with his 11-year-old daughter. And if somebody votes for somebody that does that to poor innocent children, you're the weirdo, sir. And we're going to fact check this as well, because Democrats like to
we got a track
report,
star.
right? So we're going to pull this up here, okay?
Usain Bolt.
Snopes.com. Which, by the way, Ashley Biden was there tonight. She was reminiscing on her childhood. But she didn't seem to bring up those showers, did she, with her father? She was reminiscing tonight, wasn't she, ladies and gentlemen?
Yes, she was.
She didn't mention them showers, though, with old Joe, right? When she was 11. She brought up some train story when she was 9. Well, just 2 years after that, her father showered with her. Completely destroyed her, mentally and physically. Okay? So, here we go, guys. Snopes.com, a left-leaning fact-checking website. Did Ashley Biden call childhood showers with her father probably inappropriate and leaked diary? I will forever have to deal with the fact that my personal journal can be viewed online, Ashley Biden wrote to a district court judge. Claim, a diary authored by United States President Joe Biden's daughter. Ashley Biden describes showers taken with her father when she was a child as probably not appropriate. Interesting. It says rating, true. On April 29, 2024, Snopes changed the rating of this fact check from unproven to true based on testimony provided by Ashley Biden in an April 8th letter to a New York judge requesting jail time for one of the 2 people convicted of stealing her diary. Biden wrote, I will forever have to deal with the fact that my personal journal can be viewed online. So, I wonder if she was reminiscing tonight of them childhood showers with old daddy.
Old Daddy Joe.
He kept saying, Dad, we love you.
So did you know that there was an FBI investigation that took place that regarding this diary? And do you know that the diary is first of all, it was obtained illegally. Second of all, do you know
Doesn't matter. The contents in it are true.
And I'm about to go into the contents, sir. Do you know that no one has ever been able to substantiate what was actually
yes, they have. They had 2 handwriting experts.
Really? They haven't been able to substantiate it?
No.
Well, then why was she quoted saying, I will forever have to deal with the fact that my personal journal can be viewed online?
I just fact-checked Snopes.
If the contents aren't verifiable, then why is she saying,
credible?
I will forever have to deal with the fact that my personal journal can be viewed online? No, the contents were verified. And it's been 100% verified. Otherwise, she wouldn't have made the statement, and it's been fact-checked as well. Go on to Snopes.com. We just showed you the source. And guess what? I don't care what you think. I don't care what you think. It's facts over feelings. Facts over feelings in this room, okay? And that's the thing about facts, okay? Facts are undisputable. Facts are undisputable. Now, you can have your own opinion on the matter, but the fact doesn't change that Ashley Biden and Joe Biden were showering together because Joe Biden showered with his 11-year-old daughter.
Let's go back to what you just
said. Based on the contents of her personal journal, her diary.
So she stated. So what did she say?
She said, I will forever have to deal with the fact that my personal journal can be viewed online.
So what are you omitting there? That doesn't say I'm forever have to deal with the fact that...
Yes, we're talking about the contents in the diary.
The contents were in there. They were independently verified. The passage was on page 27. It was verified by 2 handwriting experts. And why would you leave a page blank for somebody to write in between?
You lack the ability to allow another person to talk, which tells me you are not credible in your own...
No, because you're over talking the host. You're not listening
No,
to the
I'm
facts,
actually
lady. You're willing
not.
to
You
simp
started
for a
yelling
president
over
who
me and I
showered
was
with her daughter
mid-sentence.
in order to further your narrative that the
Oh
Democrat
my
Party is
God!
better.
You don't even know who I'm voting for.
Because-
so this lets me
You
know
know
that
who
we're
you're
not
voting
doing a
see,
service.
it doesn't matter.
We do know who you're voting for. You want to know
don't
why we
know.
know who you're voting for? Because you're literally up here defending Joe Biden. So I would automatically
I'm
assume.
literally up here
I would
saying
automatically
that I
assume.
think that it's foolish
I
for
would
you.
automatically. Hold on.
You're making
I would
a bad
automatically
assumption.
assume.
And you know what?
I would automatically assume you
You make
voted
an ass
for him.
out of you.
I would automatically assume you voted for him,
Ass
which
out of
means
you.
if you voted for him, you're voting for
Ass
Harris.
out of you.
You're voting for Harris.
You don't know who I'm voting for.
Oh, well,
But what
who
I
are you-
don't like
who are you voting
is
for
for
then?
people to get.
Who are you voting for then?
If you're going to continue to mute me,
Who are you voting for then?
why are you muting me, idiot?
Because I don't want to hear anything
fucking
else out of
idiot.
your mouth other than who you're voting for. So who are you voting for? Oh, she left. Oh.
Oh,
There we go. My live was checked up.
Oh.
Here's the
She
thing:
run.
nobody understands that. Didn't Jill Biden see that diary too? Like it was spread all over. Like me as a mom, if I saw that my daughter wrote that, that would be the end. That would be it would be done.
It doesn't
But they're
matter.
not
Listen, it
about
doesn't
that.
matter
They
to
don't.
an
They
evil
don't care
family.
about. Yeah, they don't care about
Joe
her.
Biden was
They
a
don't care about
babysitter
what
when she met
happened.
Joe. It doesn't matter. to an
Right.
evil family.
Exactly. But for another woman to come up here and just completely defend that didn't happen because, somebody said so. Like, what about Me Too? Like, whatever happened to all of that?
And love. I didn't feel it this way in 2008. And I was thinking, I remember where I was when Obama won the 2008 election. I was like on Mill Avenue in Tempe. It's like where all the bars are at ASU. And I literally was crossing over this bridge, this river, and I stopped and I was crying. And my best friend was like, "What is wrong with you?" I was like, "Nothing. You just don't get it."
Lot.
But and this. Yeah, I know, so much. But we don't have time for that. But this is, we're there, but bigger, right? This is for real. This is a movement, and this is all because of all of us, right? No one's more important than anyone. We're all in this together. I wish everyone could see Kamala live and hear her talk about the collective and, how we are all doing this as a group.
And to people in Gaza, I have sat with people from Gaza on lives, and I know that this live is not about Gaza, but it is about Palestinians, and it is about the light that others are painting Palestinians in due to the actions of those who want to associate themselves and create symmetry between our plight and themselves due to narcissistic reasons and because they're bored and need a hobby. I've seen Freedom sit there and donate thousands and thousands of dollars to people in need in Gaza who are starving. And I am quite sure that he is a huge ally himself. However, Freedom, I hope that you take these words and understand that I know that you endear your African American brothers and sisters to the core of your soul. But please understand, when they're speaking to you, it's not a space for us to jump back and attack. It's just a space for us to learn and understand and educate others. So if there could be some type of understanding here that not everyone that comes up with a watermelon in their profile does not represent the voices of Palestinian people. Palestinians are not racist. There is anti-blackness and colorism in all communities. And yes, I agree that even a few Palestinians may have this issue, but it is not the majority, especially against our African American brothers and sisters who have stood by us, with us, and for us since the very beginning. We do not love our African American and African brothers and sisters only because they stood by us, but because they understand us innately on the oppression that we have been through. You must understand the love that we have in our heart, and our allyship to them is not conditional. So if a African American comes and says, I feel like a certain candidate is best for me and my people, that is not a green light for person is no longer an advocate to us. And we need to also understand is how important is someone who is, sitting here in comfortably sitting in LA with a ring light, talking out of their behind. How important is what they say in comparison to what the people in Palestine are saying? That's all I want to say. So no one's an angel, and please, I'm sorry, Aisha, you have a little bit of echo, Habibti. You have echo. And at what point do we use wisdom and understand that one person doesn't speak for an entire group? There could be an African American that would come up tomorrow, or an African that would come up tomorrow and cuss me the hell out. That still would not change the amount of love and allyship that I have in my heart. I am not trying to say what you're doing is wrong. It's 1000% correct, but we must differentiate and use a little bit of discernment.
Rima,
So,
I have a lot of love for you, Rima. Genuinely. You're my sister. I have a lot of love for you. I have not once in this live said Palestinians as a whole are racist. I have not once in this live said people should stop supporting Palestine or should stop supporting Gaza. I've actually very clearly said that nothing, even if every single Palestinian would hate me, even if that were the case, I would still say Tahya Palestine 24/7, 365 days, because of the principles that my parents instilled within me, which was nobody should be oppressed or unalive for their immutable traits. Right?
I know
To label it bad behavior, though, Rima, it's not bad behavior. I have never dismissed anything that Freedom has done. I did not say he didn't donate to Gazans. I didn't say any of that. I'm just saying, what about my humanity? Rima, what about my humanity? That's all I said. What about my humanity? If a Palestinian comes to me and tells me, hey, this hurts me, I'm not going to sit here and say, well, I've been talking about Palestine. Well, I've donated this and this and this. Well, blah, 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 blah. I am not going to come and bring this up. I'm going to listen to that one person. Because again, if we're talking about liberating all, we have to be able to see all people as well. See everybody. See all their identities. And when a person is multiple times laughing on the panel, saying the N-word, and then saying it just means ya zalame, and when somebody asks him, what are you talking about? Instead of saying, I'm talking about the N-word, they say, oh, the Nigga. That is not bad behavior anymore. Like, I need people to understand, this is the whole point of anti-blackness. It is not a character trait. Even a good person can engage in the action of anti-blackness because it is so normalized in society. Because people think the N-word is normal. As if the last word that Ahmaud Arbery was not the N-word. Like, people get unalived and the last thing they hear is the N-word. I was a child when I was called the N-word. Nobody showed me grace. Nobody showed me compassion. Everybody just expected me to, like, okay, fine, address it, that's it, blah, 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 blah. People get unalived under the N-word. And it's not only about Black Americans. I need people to understand that Black people globally are being genocided. Black people globally are also being genocided. Our lives matter too. Like, our lives matter too. Our humanity matters too. And the only thing I'm saying, I am not trying to cancel anybody. I am not saying Palestinians are racist. I am not saying the pro-Pali movement is racist. I'm not saying cancel or attack anybody. I'm just saying, please see my humanity too. Please, please, I don't know how many times I have to literally beg and scream to say, please see my humanity. I'm a human being too, who's deserving of respect, who's deserving of being listened to. So when a person is on a panel, laughing and kikiing and saying, ha ha ha, NIGGA, where is my humanity there? When I'm sitting here actively on a daily basis calling out anti-Palestinian racism, Islamophobia, Arabphobia, because I don't believe any human being should be dehumanized. Babe, where is my humanity when a person says NIGGA, ha ha ha? This is not about voting. This live was not about Kamala or Trump or voting. It was not about that. It was specifically about the N-word being said, that being funny, and then saying, ha ha ha, NIGGA. That's what was said, and that is not bad behavior. And if we want to address the problem and fix it and move forward, united, we need to be able to acknowledge that this was anti-blackness.
Kobe, can I speak?
Yes, of course.
You know me. You all know me. You know my intention, and you know what I meant to say. I'm not excusing, and I'm not gaslighting, and I'm not undermining you. You know me, Kobe. You know the things that I say. You know how I stand up against my own community when it comes to these issues. That was not the point of what I was saying. What I was trying to do was create unity, and I was trying to show everyone that it is not okay, and we are willing to call each other out if and when needed without canceling each other. And yes, there are many things that happen. I wasn't there for the live. I have been extremely busy. I'm not watching all of these lives. I didn't hear every word that was said. All I'm hearing is what's happening right now. And I'm not excusing the behavior, Kobe. Please understand that. I'm the first one to go to the battlefield with you. Please understand that. This is the common sentiment right now, that Palestinians are anti-black and that Palestinians are racist. And I need everyone to understand, not you, Kobe, the ones that are in the comments who know nothing about us, that we are not that. And those portraying us in that light, that is not us.
What is going to do is go bow down to them and give them all their fucking money like you did Putin.
Sir, I can't understand you. You're going to have to get the peanut butter off the roof of your mouth.
You know what? You need to get your brain examined.
Oh, so just speak clearly. We're trying to understand what you're saying. It's hard to hear you. That's all he's trying to say.
Oh, no. It's just you all don't want to hear me because
you're not saying anything that makes sense. You're muttering and stuttering, sir. Please try to articulate what
I am stating facts that Donald Trump is an idiot.
What facts?
That everything he said, the economy, the prices of food and everything, all of that is because of Trump's policy that we're trying to fix.
What policy did Trump put in place?
Trump's been out of office.
He didn't put any policies in place.
Exactly. He's not the president.
He did put policies in place.
What,
I'll tell you one of his policies.
He's really good
I'll tell you one of his policies he put in place.
Getting 34 felonies.
You remember when the Clintons introduced NAFTA, one of the worst trade deals in history? Well, you want to know what Donald Trump did to fix that? He replaced it with the USMCA. Okay? That helped us out a lot. That helped out a lot of union workers. Specifically, a lot of union workers. Once that finally kicked in, helped them out terrifically. Let's start with this border policy. Okay? How about remain in Mexico? stopped a lot of the intrigue going on. You didn't see half of not even a quarter. I would say you saw not even close to the
less than 700%.
You're seeing now, which is a 70% increase, okay, at least. Millions and millions and millions coming in. Let's talk his foreign policy. No new wars, peace in the Middle East, the Abraham Accords, absolute fantastic. Let's talk about the HBCU funding he got done, the opportunity zones, criminal justice reform, First Step Act. I mean, we could go on for days. How about his infrastructure? Creating Space Force, rebuilding our military, okay? The guy got so much done, it's not even funny. Matter of fact, in just Donald Trump's first 100 days, he got more done than any president in the last half century, in my opinion, with just executive orders.
Pulling out of the JCPA and not funding Iran.
I mean, this is not up for debate. Not up for debate.
That's a fact.
But you guys seem to think everything's okay. Listen, I have never seen the economy as bad as I've seen it now, or the inflation. They tell you, well, look at the data, look at the GDP. I don't care about any of that. You want to know why? Because I'm an American citizen, and if I'm telling you I'm struggling, just like many other American citizens are, that's all I care about at the end of the day. I don't care what some data says, which, by the way, okay, if anybody else can chime in here or let me know here, I'm 31 years old. I have never, ever been asked to participate, to be included in any of this data, ever, or any polls that are going on right now. They keep saying Harris is up in the polls, right? I have not one time been asked to participate or invited to participate in any of these polls or any of this data. So where the hell are they even getting this information from? They got to be pulling it out of their ass because it's not true. You guys said this in 2016, okay? You said Hillary is up in the polls. She has a 99% chance of winning the election. What happened that night? Well, she conceded. She never had her big break the glass ceiling moment. In fact, she couldn't even come out and address her supporters. She had John Podesta do it for her, and she couldn't do it herself. So, if Hillary couldn't get the job done, which, by the way, her speech tonight was so terrible. Oh, my God. If she couldn't get the job done, okay, and she was so much more liked, respected, and backed, which, by the way, if you saw Hillary tonight at the DNC, I know you Democrats were watching. You probably had the lotion in your hand, too. She got much more cheers than Kamala did tonight. Hell, Joe Biden got more cheers than Kamala did when she came on the stage and gave her little 2-minute spiel, whatever the hell she was talking about. I can't even remember. That's how quickly it went in one ear and out the other for me. It made no impact to me. None of the speeches. But Hillary Clinton, if she couldn't get the job done, okay, she was so much more liked, respected, and backed as a candidate to become the first woman president in 2016. Then what makes you guys on the left think a snowball's chance in hell Kamala Harris is going to be the first woman president in history? You guys are living in a fantasy land. Literally, it's not going to happen. I'm sorry, I hate to break it to you. It's not happening. So you might as well get your tissues now. Get them ready. Go pay for your moving trucks. Go get a U-Haul. Might as well start moving now. I think a lot of you said you were going to move, by the way, if Trump is reelected.
No, they can't afford to move, brother. The U-Hauls are too expensive. Think about that. They can't even afford to move.
You guys can even afford to move.
Can't even afford to move right now. The boxes are expensive. Moving's expensive. Gas is expensive. Y'all are stuck. Y'all are going to be stuck with Trump. It's going to be great.
Yes, sir.
It's going to be the greatest self-own in American history when he comes back into office. That beautiful red tie, that beautiful orange face, smiling upon the American people once again like a shining sun. I can't wait.
Yes, sir. All right, so I'm going to bring some people up. We need some ops. I think we got one right here. We're going to do it one at a time, though. I don't want to bombard the server here. Can only deal with one of you people at a time. All right. Are you, who are you voting for, sir?
I just want to say.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, God.
No,
what?
Hey, you saying no God because you see I'm black. How you know I'm not voting for Trump?
Sir,
that's not what we're saying.
Okay, so first of all, I never mentioned your race, number one.
Nah, you're talking about some God because I just said I just want to
hold
say.
on. Number one, I never mentioned your race. Number two, I said, oh God, because anytime somebody says something like that, okay, it doesn't matter their color. They usually say some wild off the wall shit. Okay? And number three, I know you're not a Trump supporter because you started your statement with, oh God, and you're trying to race bait right now. And a conservative and a Trump supporter, they don't do that.
I am a Trump supporter though.
No, you're not.
Oh no, I'm not.
No. Give me three of your favorite Trump policies if you're a Trump supporter.
All right, first policy: get rid of all the big companies. Second policy: God is king. Third
policy: you are out of
here. You're a fake, you're a phony, and you lied. Okay, so let's try this again. Please, guys, what is going on here?
The loonies are out of the loony bin.
How you doing, sir? Who are you voting for?
How you doing, sir? Check this out. You're right. It's not about race, but it is about race because Trump said that she's not black, right? So why would he bring that up if it's not about race?
He said he didn't know if she was black.
He said that she doesn't know what she is. One day she says she's Indian. One day she says she's black. He was asking a rhetorical question. What is she?
But isn't that about race, sir?
Sir, was he not attacked at that interview at the National?
You didn't answer the question. You didn't answer the question, sir. Answer the question first.
Who brought up race in the first place when it came to the debate?
Trump did. Trump brought up race.
No.
Listen,
Rachel Scott. No. Rachel Scott. No, sir. No. You're not going to lie.
I'm not either for either one.
Sir, you're not going to lie. Rachel Scott brought it up, the ABC correspondent at the interview at the National Association of Black Journalists. This is the comment you're bringing up, okay? And he never brought race up. But since he was asked the question, he decided to answer it, okay? And that is the way he answered it. And she does do that, okay? She was literally, didn't she get an award, Ryan, for being the first?
Yeah, she did, and then she ran as the first Indian American to hold the Senate seat. Never once mentioned about being black at all. But then when it came to the vice presidency, that's when she switched.
Yeah, exactly. So she was the one that did it, sir, not Donald Trump. Okay, and Trump was asking a rhetorical question as if, okay, is she black or is she Indian? Because I don't even think she knows.
And it only matters to the left because they're the ones who brought up that narrative. That's all. I'm more concerned about her policies.
Exactly. I was just getting ready talking about race here. Okay. Can you tell us why you support Harris without mentioning Trump? And give us one policy of hers you like and you stand behind. And don't mention Joe either, because Joe is a completely separate administration. He got his own things done. So go ahead and tell us why you support her without mentioning Trump. Give us a policy. We'll start from there, sir. got to turn your mic on. I invited you to turn your mic on, sir. Sir.
My mic is on, sir. My mic is on.
Answer the question.
Now, what I'm trying to say to you is that I've been hearing Donald Trump say that she's not black. She's one
Okay, great, awesome, black, sir. I don't care anymore. Can you tell us why you support?
Well, hey, hold on. That's why Trump is going to lose because he's a loser.
He's not going to lose. He's not a loser because people don't care about that.
Trump's a loser, then.
No, he's not. No, he's not because people don't care about.
Yes, he is because you want to deny that he's not talking about race.
People don't care about that. They don't care about that anymore. What you're doing right now is called identity politics, okay? And people could care less about that. You know what they're worried about? They're worried about putting food on their table. They're worrying about how they're going to be able to pay their rent each month. They're worried about how they're going to pay for gas to get to work, okay? They're worried about how they're going to be able to pay for groceries. These are the things people are worried about. Start going down the line of identity politics, which is what you're discussing, which is race, abortion. There's many other topics when it comes to identity politics. But I'm trying to ask you why you support Harris. Okay. Tell us why you support her without mentioning Donald Trump. Let's try this again here. You can't seem to get him out of your mind or something. I don't know what's wrong.
Walls is out here giving.
So you're dropped. Guys, if this is your best, you got a lot to learn. If this is the best you've got on the Democratic side, this is very sorry. This just goes to prove our point even more that you guys are only voting for Harris because you hate Trump. Nothing else. There's no other reason why you're not voting Harris. Okay? It has nothing to do with policy whatsoever. And that should be very concerning to you because that's weird. That is very weird. You should be voting for somebody based on their policy and how they can enrich your life and make it better in your family's lives and your friends. You shouldn't just be voting for somebody based off of emotion or you didn't like the way somebody talked. You didn't like the way they tweeted. Oh, yeah, that's not how life works. Okay, it works based off of real issues people experience in life every day. So when you vote for people who don't make any changes that help us out or benefit us in everyday life, you're hurting us more than you're helping us. And we're trying to get you to understand and realize this. But you guys have been so brainwashed into thinking that, these people on the left actually care about you. That it's sad. They don't care about you. They just want your vote. Why were they working on any of these issues while they were in office? Why are they promising you now to take care of these things when they get in office? They're still in office for another 5 months. What exactly has the Harris and Biden administration done to help you and make your lives better personally? You guys keep bringing up the economy. You guys really got nothing because Harris isn't the same as Joe. She would be running on separate policies. But even if we were to entertain this, let's just say we're going to entertain this, okay? I, for one, have never, not one time, okay, been asked to participate in any polling, any of this data that gets, presented. I have not one time been asked to participate in it. And I would think, and I would imagine, there'd be a lot of other people in here as well that would agree. So where are they getting this information from when they say inflation's down? They say that the economy is doing good.
Walls is out here. Walls.
Jobs are doing good. Okay? People are able to afford things. They're able to
Trump cereal for sale for $24.99. And if you don't believe me, go look at why are you so worried about what he has for sale? Exactly. Why are you so worried about what Kamala's gonna do or what she hasn't done? That woman is a DA. Because it impacts my life. Who was a senator? It impacts my life personally. That's why I'm worried. And Trump would impact my life. My family's life. It impacts my friend's life. It impacts my fellow countrymen and women's lives. That's why I'm worried about it. My life, Trump will impact
Oh, that's.
I guess if they're not following me, they're not a Republican. I would say that's true. So I'm guessing Ryan Smith is not. Ryan Smith, take your name. Can you tell me why you support Harris without me? No, this is the same dude who walked before that said he would change his name. He still hasn't changed it. Oh, it is? Yeah. He's re-energized now. He's just going to the DNC. Ryan said that if I could walk them within 3 minutes and he would change his name, I did it in 30 seconds, and he did not change his name. No. He was supposed to change his name to BITCH, and he didn't do it. All right, brother, let's go. I'll let you and Justin handle this one, brother. All right, so tell us why you're supporting Harris Trump's name. Dude, you can turn it up as much as you want. You got the Android, okay? It's a shit phone. I'm sorry. You need to get yourself out. Tell us why you're supporting Harris without mentioning Donald Trump's name or anything about Joe Biden's administration. Can you use one policy why you're supporting Harris and we'll like that policy? Why do you think it's good? No tax on tips. Love it. It's a good policy. That's Trump's policy. No, it's not. Yes, it is. Was it bad? Okay, so I'm going to say this. Okay. Kamala Harris is literally trying to copy President Trump every way, shape, form, or fashion she can. And this is a perfect example right here. Copying is no tax on tips policy. Now, here's what I'm going to say. Okay. If they were so concerned about no tax on tips, she needs to be elected next year in order to get it done. Why can't it go now? Why can't it go now? She's been in office almost 4 years. She's promising to do something. She's promising to do something that she could have been done. Okay, and I don't believe a word that comes out of her mouth, to be honest. I don't think she's going to do anything related to that. I think she's just trying to appease to certain people so she can get a vote. And that's the only reason she even brought that up. But I think it's a good policy, yeah. Only because it's Trump's policy. But is that all you got? What other policies are there for that? Yeah. Thanks, guys. Thanks, Kiki. So how is that good for us? How is that good for us? Yeah. Corporations can't be digging into our pockets and creating inflation. I don't think that's what causes inflation, but nice try. What company that's been accused of pressing out is specifically food? No, they have not. Show me some. Hold on one second. Show me the court case where they've been pulled in front of a court or any indictment or any investigation by USDA or the FDA pressing out governments. It's not that it was, no, it's not. Spewing on random companies case that you expect us to not. No, Harbor Freight, listen, it's on goods and services, okay? So again, what company has been accused of price gouging, literally used by either the FDA or the Department of Agriculture? I just need you to. No, that's not true, brother. Hold up. Hold up, brother. That's not your statement.